worse. They have like a black, as if it's the same as parts of the nose. It's weird. They don't have fur. You have just this black, looks like leather. So I want to get right back into this corner. Don't forget the white strip. We can't go into that. That's like one of the no burn areas. But there is an eyelid that does run over. And this picture, when it's done, I'll probably go on my wife's wall again. She loves Frenchies. So here you go. She said she wants a Frenchie. Because they go for silly money. I would burn her one instead. And you see, we've barely really done much of the eye as yet, have we? But this is all setting the shape. And I call it the burn low and slow method of pyrography. It does take patience. So if you're an impatient person who wants to see your portrait come to life in a couple of hours, then it's not the method for you. This teaches patience. It's a great therapy. Because as you burn low and slow, you can really get into the zone. So I'm just gradually building more and more depth at the top and the bottom. I'm not even touching this part of the eye really as yet. My focus at the moment is building a shape, building an oval, building an eye shape. You have to excuse me, I am an e-cig smoker. Now this dog has got like an orangey brown eye. So there's a few different tones. That's going to be more of a challenge. But right round the outside, rim of that colour is black. Even though this white part is part of the eye as well. But if you follow this over the weeks with me, you will learn so much more about depth perception. Start working in a little at the bottom of the eye. I have a fun fact, I have a xenophobic fear of dogs. I don't understand, I don't know what the word xenophobic is. Does it mean xenophobic? I don't understand what a xenophobic. Does that mean the smell of them? No, it can't be, but I don't understand. Xenophobia, I'd have to look that term up. I've never heard it. Can you give me a description of what that term means? Is it a more extreme phobia of the fear of dogs? I remember a story of, remember when I was growing up, I'm from Barnsley originally, my two cousins came to visit. Oh, we were somewhere anyway. I was only like about 4 or 5. And my cousins went to the shop to get some sweets or whatever. Next thing I know, my uncle comes running in to take my cousin off to the hospital. Well, what's happened? And you know, one of the what we call Dulux dogs, which I think it's an old English sheepdog. You know, one of the big. We called them Dulux dogs because they were on the Dulux toilet paper advert at the time, and I think Dulux paints would use them. And it bit a chunk out of his arm as he was walking past. Have mercy on your cousin. No, still not following you. I don't understand. Okay, so we start putting some of the shadowing in now of the drop of the eye. Remember, inside of your lids is the actual eye. You really want to get the point of that pen right in there. No, nothing else from this. I can't even pronounce the word. Put some more of the pupil in. What we will want to do at some point is half the depth of the pupil, but make it look part of the shape. The sun just keeps blasting in, doesn't it? Look at how weird there goes dark again. I think that's the sun coming in and out, sorry. It's doing it again. Need to turn the glare off on my camera or something. Doesn't help when you're trying to watch somebody do something. And as we go, what we can do is set some of the rest of the dog around the eye area, which helps you with the illusion that you're trying to give. So right in here, if you think about it, be right down the corner of the sort of start of the snout. So that wants to come slightly forward on this angle, because this dog is coming further forward. And then if we look at this leathery eyelid, which is really weird on these dogs. So they usually just have fur. And do it ever so lightly. just setting this in so it helps us with the shape. Not giving it any detail at all at the minute, I'm just slightly shading it in. Because everything you build all around the eye will all have an effect. I mean, there'll be all the fur coming over and dropping off down behind the eye. You know, they always have like a human skull, if you feel that, the ridge. You always have a ridge on the top of the dog's eye. If we burn up to this sort of highlight with the pupil, now if you leave them a bit more smoky, the pupil, it gives a better effect come the end. So don't set your pupils like really dark. We're almost trying to like capture a shape, and so we need to always burn in the direction of the shape. It's no good moving in a circular motion or anything. This, it just got to be short strokes. And I'm just slowly adding heat. And then on this particular dog, he's got a dark set. Little piece there on the top of his eyebrow, so that'll help us. So we can put that in as well at this point. Now start trying to shape the back end of the eye. In an hour-long class to wood burn an eye is not long enough. To wood burn a really good looking eye, talking a couple of hours, and then you'll still go back and change things, I can guarantee it. good thing when you got your digital image up, you can zoom, and so you can look at your eye close up, and if you really want to go into mega detail, you can do. I'm zooming in, it's just showing me a little bit more. There's a leathery part of this lid. You can just see the top of it here. It's just a slightly darker spot. Let's switch it back round. Go back at it from the bottom again. And we're trying to build an oval. And you'll see how on an angle we're darker back here, and then it's angling forward with the shape of the eye, and then here's it's like sort of apex. There'll be many tweaks you will do. Remember, this is still a part of the eye. This is still, they've got the white patch. This is the beauty of using the space shader. You can use your tip or the side of your pen to get into the really tight spaces. I mean, we're talking really small spaces here. So a friend of mine is wife used to be able to burn full, like proper detailed portraits of animals on buttons, coat buttons, you know, wooden buttons that you used to have in the coats. A fully detailed piece of pyrography art using what they call a micro skew, which I don't know if every wood burning manufacturer stocks, but the Optima does stock them. They're an amazing tool for getting into like really super fine detail. And as we're doing this around the edges, you will start to see slowly, you will start getting heat bleeding into the eye, which will start creating the shape for you. All we're focusing on is top, bottom, sides. Hopefully that sun stays in now. You don't get that stupid screen glare. Do we have any wood burners actually with us at the moment? Or am I talking to myself and to the YouTube viewers? I'm filming this in such a way that it can go onto YouTube to help beginners who are looking to go to the next level. I thought I would kick it off on TikTok and maybe touch on some parts of the wood burn on TikTok. There is a full live replays of a hawk that was burning under the title of How to Wood Burn a Rose. I didn't realise that you had to change the title, and so every session I was doing of the hawk was saying how to wood burn a rose. So anyone who would tune in, oh, let's have a look how you would burn a flower, and then I saw a hawk. So we can slowly start colouring in some of the eye now. What I say is we want to work on an angle, and I'm using the edge of my pen and I'm flicking in the shape of what an eye would go like.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go